Good morning and welcome to Druid Gaming, and today we are going to have a quick look at the Arctic Explosion adventure. Now, this will be familiar to many players, but I just sort of discovered a new solution to the adventure which has worked very well for me, particularly when you have to grind these adventures during events such as the Halloween event, which is currently ongoing. So, without further ado, I shall just show you the map that I've created, which will basically indicate, what we're going to be looking at in terms of solution. Now, if you take the centre of the map being Camp 7, that's a little blue splodge in the middle with the yellow 7 in it. That's the centre of the map. Okay, I'll just guide you around it. So if we go northwest, you'll see a big green square with LZ in it, or LZ. And that just stands for landing zone. That's where your generals turn up. And what you'll also see on the map are red and blue arrows. Now, red arrows mean that you perform an attack from the landing zone, and the blue arrows means that you're going to move generals to other green areas. These are marked SA, standing for staging areas. So the generals will go to these green areas, and then you'll see red arrows showing the attacks that they make from those staging areas. If you're not familiar with the game, the reason we do this is that it's a quirk of the game going back to make the game compatible with its very earliest formats and speeds. So essentially when generals attack, they attack at one speed, but when they move from one camp to another, they go at a speed that can be twice or even 3 times as fast, depending on buffs that you use and so on within the game. So quite often it's quicker to up sticks, move to an area closer to the camp you want to attack, and then launch from there. And so that's what you'll see with the other green staging areas. So for example, I may as well just very quickly take you through it. So when your generals land, what you're going to do to solve this adventure, you're going to use young Gemini generals, you're going to use Nusala general, and that's up to 2 of each of those, although you can do this with just 1 of each. And then 4 ghost generals, but again you could just use 1 ghost general and move them around the map, but it'll just be slower for you. Okay, so essentially what happens is the generals arrive, and the 2 Gemini generals, the young Gemini generals, are going to attack Camp 1 using 1 recruit each. At the same time, you'll send a Nusala general off to attack Camp 2 from the landing zone with 180 crossbowmen. Now, although there is some flexibility, essentially what I recommend is that you send 2 ghost generals to the staging area near Camp 3, and you'll see 2 red arrows there, 1 to Camp 3 and 1 to Camp 4, which is down in what you call the southeast of the island. At the same time, you'll send a Nusala general and a ghost general to the staging area close to Camp 6. That's near the bridge over to the island. On the island is Camp 7. And essentially what will happen is that you will take the Nusala general and she'll attack Camp 6, and once she's cleared it out of the way, the ghost general will then take on Camp 7. And the longest blue arrow of all takes you down to the south of the island, the staging area there, and the ghost general will attack Camp 5 from there. The only other thing on the map that you'll see marked in magenta and orange, they're to do with sub-quests that you do after you've knocked out all the camps. Before you can leave, you have to click on the various elements, so they're just marked so you can find them quickly. Okay, so that's what the map means. That's the overview of the adventure. It should take you about 10 minutes to do, so it's perfectly possible to do 5 or 6 of these in an hour. The travelling time is a bit that often holds you back, but again, within the game, there are buffs that shorten the travelling time, such as the observatory and black vortex buffs, things like that. Make use of them, and you can really grind out this adventure. So, go back here now, and it's the game island. Now, I've got the adventure already running, and I've also got I've also got the generals already sent across. Some of you will notice I'm using a higher resolution just to make it easy for you to see the detail. In other words, to make it larger on screen. I think the quality won't come across as good as normal, but hopefully it's usable. So this is the landing area here, which, if you recall, is a great big green blob, the LZ, the LZ. I showed you on the map earlier. Okay, so there's always a slight variation as to where the generals end up, and unfortunately one of them often ends up back in the star menu here, simply because there's just too many. So just to show you what I mean, this one and this one, these are the two young Gemini generals. This is Camp 1. So the first thing you do is to launch an attack on there and there, and that's really those two generals done. Once they've completed that task, you can send them home. And then there are two Nusalas within the game, each with 180 crossbow. So we'll launch an attack over there. Now, those that know the game will know that this camp will intercept anything that's sent in terms of an attack towards Camp 3 by any of these generals. So what we're going to do in a second is send the appropriate generals across. So, be a second. Now, at the moment, we've not cleared any of the landing zones, so I can't bring down the next Nusala, which is stuck in the star menu here. But anyway, we'll see what happens. So, let's have a look. So this one, with this setup, is to attack Camp 3. So I'm just going to transfer that one across to here. That's for Camp 4, so I'll move that across to there. Okay. As you can see, we've now made a space here, so if I nip back here, here's the Nusala, plonk her there. It's good. So we've just got 2 more of these ghosts to move. So Camp 5 is 140 recruits. Transfer that to this staging area, and then what's left, this one, that one's attacking, so we take this one, put that there, and the last one we move that there. So that's all the preparation done. As you can see, the first camp has gone, so this one's done its job. Send it home. Send home. Camp 2 has now disappeared, so effectively this Nusala has also done the job. So it can go home. So again, just to show you, those two camps have already been killed, and we're just moving the other generals to the staging areas. So this general is now ready. It attacks Camp 3, and then it's done. I haven't applied any bronze or other horseshoes to the map, so you're seeing sort of vanilla speed. You can make it faster than this, obviously. So this general will now attack this camp. As you can see, here and here and here, these generals are still moving to the staging area. But I like this solution because it is fairly simple. Once you've done it a few times, the hardest part is just getting the right ghost generals to the right staging area. But of course, if you're going to do maybe a dozen of these in a day, you could always number the ghost general specifically for this adventure. Mine are already numbered really for the young woodcutter, which is an adventure I do a lot of. So I'm just kind of putting up with the inconvenience, but you don't have to. Of course, if you've only got one ghost general, then you'll be doing these attacks sequentially and moving them around the map. So it will take you considerably longer. So here, this is the problem. You can see Nusala hasn't arrived, but the ghost general is already there. That's a speed differential. But that general can't attack that camp because it'll be intercepted by this one. So we have to wait. It's a small inconvenience, but one that you'll be familiar with if you've played the game at all. This one's ready. So that attack's gone in. That threw me for a second because this general had ended up in the star. In other words, there was no place for it in the landing zone. The crossbowmen that I'd already applied to the general before she left the home island had been cleared. Anyway, I've just put them back. So that attack's gone in. That one's gone. Camp 4 and 3 have been successfully cleared. As I said earlier, once you've applied the requisite buffs, you can probably complete this adventure in about 10 or 11 minutes, and that includes travel time. Right. Let's see. The last attack to go in. It's not clear yet. This is one of those games where you can't launch an attack until the intervening camp's gone. So, here we go. That's the last attack going in. This is one of those. Find the crates. Okay. So the crates are located. If I move in a bit. See? If you click on them, that happens. But only once a subquest is available to you. And now we can do the hand carts as well. If you click on them before you've got the subquest, nothing happens. They're marked on the map. It's a hand cart. Hand cart. You soon get familiar with them. Hand cart. The positions, I mean. Crates, handcart, crates, handcart. You can see when you've got them all, the subquests are lit up. So we're just now waiting for the last bit, which is the camp in the middle. And there we are, quest completed. And so here are the rewards. It's not massive in some respects, but in terms of the Halloween event, it's not bad. In fact, I've just demonstrated something I normally say to people, which is check you're still on premium before you click off an adventure. I haven't done, and I'm not on premium, so I've only got the one lot of rewards. I've just lost 50% of the rewards by not checking that. There's an object lesson for you. But yeah, for an adventure that takes 10 minutes to do, it's not bad, particularly in terms of adventure tales and pumpkins during the Halloween event. The rest of the rewards are pretty average, but it's definitely worth doing. So I hope that helps, and good luck. It's easily done, and if you watch this on YouTube, in the text underneath, I'll put the requirements for the troops, for the generals, and I'll timestamp the video as well, so it'll be worth watching back when you want to do it yourself. Okay, thanks very much for watching. If you're watching on YouTube, consider smashing the like button and subscribing to the channel. Thanks very much. Have a good day.